Oh, goodness gracious me. Let me fix this up. Slacking.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough, guys. It's not good enough, is it? It's not good enough. Oh, yeah. Go on, kick it off, mate. Kick it off.
Yeah, guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be discussing...
I'm Rods, damn.
We'll be discussing the Liverpool game versus Brentford, and also some news that just recently broke, not quite long ago. But let me just request from everyone, please hit the like. The like helps the channel to grow, and also subscribe if you haven't. And we'll get into it. Before I do, I've got Uncle Rods, Anton, Musa, Fawzi, of course, and Stephen. Musa just turned up late. Like he came up.
Sorry about that.
He's too good for us nowadays, isn't he?
Musa is a wizard. He turns up when he needs to, bro.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here now. That's all I told you. I'm here when you need me.
There's no intro with Musa. There's no intro. He's just there.
Well, before we get into the Brentford game, exclusively dropped by Fabrizio Romano was that Liverpool made the initial approach for Chiesa. And without further ado, let me just jump in straight into it and ask. And I'll ask Anton first. Is this the correct signing Liverpool should be going for this late on in the window?
That's a no, Jeff. That's a no. I say no. That's a no. That's a no from me. No, it's not the right signing. I think that's a signing to say, look, we got someone. Let's show someone that we got someone. Just like the other players that were dead before. I'm not saying he's dead. I'm saying like the Arthur Mello and them guys there. That's one of them ones. Just to passive. Just give him a little bit of change. They'll be all right. They're only scouts. They don't care about anyone. Look, yeah, give him anything. They love that. Chew on that. But he's a decent player. He was a decent player. He could still be. He's got the ingredients, but the only thing is he is quite injury prone. He's not as bad as Thiago, but it is something. And if you can get maybe like 15, 16, 17, 18 games out for Liverpool, and you get goals, and he'll set up goals as well. He's intelligent, so it could work out for us. But I think it'd be better that it's like I said, it's a one that we can just chew on to say, look, we've got a transfer, and well, that's what it is for us, for me.
Yeah. Okay, I've got here. Hollywood Rock says Case is a great backup for Salah. Steven, you agree with that?
I mean, he's obviously done well in the previous World Cups, Euros, etc. He was one of the good players in Euro 2020, like we said before. Obviously, we came on air, but I mean, let's just hope he's a lot better than the last Italian that we had in the club. Obviously, after
that one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, Barini. Every time he did that, I wanted to slap him. I swear, on live.
No, I'm on about Aquilani. Aquilani, the last. Yeah, he wasn't great, was he?
Oh, number 4. He wore number 4 as well. Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
terrible.
Signed him when he was injured, which is quite a common occurrence. So, no doubt, Chiesa will possibly be injured. But I mean, if he can, he's got to be better. He's not huge. Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully, he's not made of glass anyway, and he can make even.
He was meant to be the new Albertini, that player Aquilani. Yeah. He was meant to be the new Albertini.
Yeah. But
Terrible.
I mean, for the price anyway, what they're quoting 13 million. It's not really a massive risk, but I mean,
Not really, is it? Yeah.
it's not a risk anyway. It's low risk for high rewards, as they say. But no, I mean, we still need a centre back. We still need a DM before these. But I mean, Nunes is our 5th choice striker now, isn't he? So
yes.
Where's he going to play? That's the problem. Where's Chiesa going to play when he does? Is he going to be 6th choice for that position?
Yeah.
You know, it seems crazy, but who am I to say?
Yeah. No. Yeah, definitely. There's good insight, but when you said Aquilani, and that just brought some terrible memories.
Terrible memories, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw Benitez and Karen on that morning show, and he was saying that they asked the first doctor, and he was like, "It'll be about a month. He'll be injured for."
Guys, I'll be back here.
Second one said, "Yeah, no problem." Second one said, "And I'll be out for 2 months." Then they went and a third one, and he said 3 months, and they were like, they still went for it, and I was like, please. Like injury-prone players, especially if you have a winter window, is it worth going for someone that's with an injury record if you can start going after someone that really, really pushes the needle for Liverpool? But let me get Musa's take on the Chiesa situation.
With me, we got a lot of attackers. Honestly, right, with him especially in it. Like let's say he's not a striker, he's a winger. So I'm not that too fussed because we got Diaz and Gakpo on that left hand side. I'm not that too fussed about his injury record that much because we got players there anyway. So like if Gakpo's there to fill in, Diaz could be there to fill in as well. So it's like people said to me that was a Salah replacement. Salah replacement, that doesn't make sense to me, honestly. That didn't make sense to me anyway because he's more of a left winger anyway. He's more like. Well, it's not a lot of money for me to buy a 1995 Toyota. Honestly, for me, he's not a Salah replacement. He's the second choice for Gordon. Like, let's say I think Gordon was the number 1. This guy came instead. But honestly, I haven't seen him since when he was good at the Euro 2021, if I'm mistaken. But that's the last time I've actually seen him be a top winger. I haven't seen him since, honestly, because the guy has been injured for a year as well in between that. But I think it just there's not enough on him, and he has some good abilities.
I think he's frozen.
Was it frozen?
He's frozen. Yeah.
Right,
some good abilities. I think maybe pros and cons about him.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Sorry.
He's got more cons than pros, though.
Yeah. I'll come to Uncle. Uncle, what are you saying about Chiesa?
I think we've got more pros than cons.
No, you know what it is in the day, right? I probably would have to agree with what Musa just said. Is more pros than cons because you think about it, we're getting him at a cheap price. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So the risks are minimal. Do you know what I mean? It'd be different in the day. It's like if you paid sort of like 40, 50, or even 60 million for him, then you can say, well, look, boy, don't touch that. Do you know what I mean? You know? Yeah. But I think Chiesa has got the sort of like, he's got the ability to grow under the right sort of like management, under the right coaching. Is it us that's the right management and coaching? Could be. Do you know what I mean? But if it is, he's got the potential to grow. Do you know what I mean? And like, if you got somebody that sort of like that is competition for sort of like Salah in some sort of way, not like his replacement, but his competition. So he knows at the day that look, he's not starting every game. Do you know what I mean? And B, at the day, he knows he's always got to be at his best. Do you know what I mean? So Chiesa, look, a couple of seasons ago, everybody was after him. Do you know what I mean? If he got offered to us for 13 million, at that time we would have bit the hand off for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even on the FSG, would have bit the hand off for that. So, I think, you know what, at the end of the day, 30 million, we've got nothing to lose, have we, really? Do you know what I mean? We bought sort of like Wataru Endo for 16.5, and he didn't turn out too bad. Do you know what I mean? So, got nothing to lose, really. Just give it a go, might as well. Do you know what I mean? And if rumors are true and Gomez goes to Crystal Palace, it could be Mark Gay coming in. You never know. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I'm not too bothered about it. I think, to be honest with you, the risk is minimal with Chiesa. It's minimal. Do you know what I mean? Okay, got that.
No, Fred. Big up, no, Fred. I hope you subscribed. Chiesa fails medical.
No, did he?
Can you imagine that?
Deadline day, FSG. We tried. It's true.
That's FSG though. That's FSG.
I can see that happen.
Hey, we called this one, yeah.
The funny thing about it is, you know how they feed us the line. Yeah. Oh, Liverpool not gonna go for anyone unless he moves the needle, unless he's like top tier, and then they go for Chiesa.
Can I read out a tweet? So someone said Juventus have shown Federico Chiesa a PowerPoint on how much he loves red wine and macaroni cheese. His move to Liverpool is lined out.
Oh, that is crazy. Well, I want to come to foes on this one. Steve says here, Chiesa injury record is not bad. Ideal Salah backup, cheap for 12 million. Get him signed. Better option than Elliott on the right of attack. What do you say to that?
Why do they keep saying a Salah replacement when he's a left forward? He's a left-sided forward who's right-footed.
Yeah, right-footed, isn't it?
I keep hearing that, even from
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't
he
can
play there on the right, and he can play as a striker. No. But he's a left forward.
I've seen Diaz play on the right too. Does that mean it's a Salah replacement? It's not a Salah replacement.
The thing is about it, right? This is the same thing what we was talking about. Sorry to cut across it. It's the same thing as we was talking about with like Eze, the thought of like Eze coming to sort of like Liverpool. He predominantly plays on the left, but he's right-footed, so he can work on the right. So that's what I mean. It's that this guy can actually work on the right, and you know what? It's minimal risk. I mean, 12 and a half, 30 million. Yeah. That is minimal risk. Do you know what I mean? Really, that's like in this transfer market now. Yeah. And it's not like 30 years.
But the thing is, Uncle Ross, what I'm confused about is like, it's a minimal risk with the money and all that stuff. Yeah. But when they make this signing, there ain't going to be no other signings in it. They already, Mamadashvili just passed his medical, obviously, so he's on his way.
Do.
So that's going through the obviously door. But with Chiesa, like the thing is, the issue that I have with it, we've already got injury-prone players. Are we going to add more injuries to the team? You know what I mean? So this is a worry in my opinion. But listen, I don't mind him. I don't really care that much about him because I don't think he's the player he was before. Yeah. I'm still, off the DM and the centre back position because that's the most important position for me. Because if we don't get that in the transfer window, I think it's a failed transfer window, and a lot of questions still have to be asked. You know what I mean? I can't believe the owner arrives and all of a sudden the checkbook is open. Like everybody was telling me we're self-sustainable. You know what I mean? We don't need John W. Henry to announce the finance and all that stuff.
You do.
Michael Edwards. I've been told this. I've been told this by people that think they know Liverpool inside and out. So now we can see when the guy is here, the finance comes out. There you go, people. So all those doubters now become believers. You know what I mean? So
do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Just to cut across it quick, yeah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like under FSG, right. This is the point we've got to think about. Under FSG, we're always going to have a failed transfer window. It's always going to be a failure in some sort of way because what they tend to do is like if we need 3 positions fill in, right, in our squad, right, what happens? They'll only get 1. They'll only get 1 out of that. Do you know what I mean? They never actually fill all the gaps in a team. There's always like either one player or 2. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or if they do get 3 players, for instance, they get 3 players and there's 3 gaps and they fill it. If they do get 3 players, it's always not the right player. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's never, to me at the end of the day, I'm appeased at the end of the day that A, is never a perfect window, never going to be a perfect window, and B, and they, it's sometimes at the end, it's going to be disastrous. Simply, it's going to be disastrous. If we want that sort of perfect window, unfortunately, we need to get new owners. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting vibed, didn't it? We're getting
Apparently,
vibed.
Fabrizio Romano said right now, contract's not an issue. Juventus want Chiesa to leave, and asking price around 15 million euros. If it's 15 million euros, there shouldn't be any complaints about it. Honestly, there should not be any complaints about it.
It also depends on the wages.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
The wages.
Yeah, the wage
But you
contract's
can't
not an
ask
issue.
much,
I
can
don't
you?
think the wage should be that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it with the Chiesa stuff. Also, the one thing that broke as well is that Joe Gomez is apparently close to going Crystal Palace. You guys
Is it
think?
close? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Do you think?
Going back to his ends, bro.
Do you think we'll get a replacement for that? Yeah, he's from the south, isn't it? So yeah.
No replacement.
Don't
I
say
think
that.
if Joe goes, our replacement should come in. I think if
I
Joe
don't think
Gomez
we'll
goes,
get Gray.
I think our
That's a
replacement will
dream.
come in.
I don't think we'll get Gray.
Guehi would be a stretch. I think Guehi's a stretch. I think
You know what it is?
we might get someone else. Yeah, go on.
Do you know what it is, right? I think what I do on the field, that's the only reason we would be going to Crystal Palace if Gay comes the other way. That's the only reason.
You know
It
what,
should
Rod?
be-
I just don't trust FSG. That's what it is. I don't trust FSG at all.
Yeah.
At all. I don't trust them at
I
all.
wouldn't trust them to go down the corner shop, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like I said to you the other day, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them.
No, but do you know what I mean? It's just like really and truly when you think about it in the day, right? They don't want to get rid of anybody out of their team now because it's going to be too late to throw a replacement. Because remember, I think 2 players have gone from their team, haven't they? I think 2 players have gone from the team. So really and truly, if they are gonna get sort of like Gomez, right? If that's gonna happen, naturally we'll think it and they will look. Well, that's your replacement for Mark Gay if he goes. Do you know what I mean? That is your replacement. And Gomez is a more than adequate replacement for Mark Gay. Because to think about all that sort of like experience he's come from Liverpool to take down to there. He's won the league. He's won the Champions League. He's won FA Cups. Come on now, man. You're telling me that's not a replacement for Mark Gay? No, man. Seriously. That's a replacement, mate.
Nat Phillips, Nat Phillips is the Gomez replacement.
He's like a new signing.
100%, no, 100%. He's backing me, man. You're backing me. I'm telling you, Gray, he's not going, bro. Rods, we want that. Everyone knows that. The guy in the pub, Tom, Dick, and Harry, will tell you we need that guy.
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah, but FSG, they were like, no, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. Come on, man. Klopp needed players. But you know what they've done before. Look what they've done. They've got rid of all these young players. Do you think they know about replacements? They're like, they're American against. He's fine.
He good.
Everyone still think that when they say football, they think they're watching American football. They're kicking the ball through the flipping the H. Running the end line. They don't watch those games. They don't care about Liverpool at all. As you know, I got to make a joke of it because if you don't make a joke,
Anton's not having it yet. Anton's probably not having it yet. He's not having it.
Just quickly, Romano just said that Chiesa's given his full availability to Liverpool after they had talks with him. He's excited for it. Now they're discussing contracts. Moving fast, isn't it?
I still don't trust it yet, you know. I want to see him in a shirt. I want to see him in a shirt.
No, please.
Here we go, yeah. I still don't believe it. I have to see the man in the shirt physically.
No beats, yeah. Anton's not having it at all, you know. There's no convincing.
No, I'm not.
You could listen. You could show him the contract. Him signing the contract. Because nah. I still want to see him kicking the ball. I still want to see him playing the football. And then he's at Anfield, right? Because he'd be at Anfield, right? He'd be at Anfield. No. I still want to see him score a goal first. I want to see him score a goal first.
I want to see him in the team sheet with a number and him coming on, running on, and then yes, he's playing for us. I don't trust FSG, bro.
You probably still won't. You probably still won't trust it. You'll say this is AI, bro.
It's true. Eurobeats is playing my mind, you know. Eurobeats is playing my mind.
Rod is dying.
Rod, have you not heard that saying, Rod? Have you not heard that saying? Once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but Anton, there comes a time, there comes a time you have to believe it. You have to believe it.
Hey, Rod,
you don't need AI. You don't need AI. Seriously, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Is the goalkeeper coming, yeah?
So he passed his medical. The first part of his medical.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Scottish.
I don't come next year. I want to see him.
Scottish Bear says here, and I tend to agree with this. You know, Gomez Gay swap. That's just swapping Gomez for Gomez. Makes no sense at a cost as well. I think the same. I think that's a Gomez type of defender.
Like,
it is true.
I agree as well. I need to add a bit.
Yeah.
It's no point of that one, man.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't move the needle for me.
Musa, at least with Gomez,
I think it's over.
You know what it is, Musa? At least with Gomez, you can play him in other positions, isn't it?
Play anywhere.
You get more than one player in Gomez. With Gay, he's just a centre back.
But he hasn't cemented that centre back position. Gomez.
He has come from Chelsea. He has come from Chelsea, Grahey, and
cemented that second.
Chelsea have got 59 million players. That's no excuse, is it?
He's come from Chelsea, and he's come from the youth ranks. So they had players that play. They're not the defenders who just defend. They had to have some kind of ability to take the ball out as well. So he could have the attributes. He could have that still. Don't knock him because he's just playing centre back. There is there.
With Palace,
They won't. It's not like the old days for us. When someone's a defender, you're just a defender. That's it. You're centre back. That's it. They train them on all kinds of in parts of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Here's a good question for Foles. Yeah, Foles. Ravi says a question. Can I ask what are Hughes and Edwards actually trying to bring in for us? Because the backdrop was that Chiesa was told early on by Juventus he was not wanted. So we had all this time to go for him if we really wanted him. Why now is the question.
It's called panicking, isn't it? That's what it is, bro. You know what they're trying to do? They do what they normally do. When the transfer they want doesn't come through the door, they go for the option that could make us happy. Cheap price, as always. Cheap and then cheap. Then the player comes through the door. We're all happy. We forgot about we need a centre back and a DM. Simple as that. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's always been like that, and it's never going to change.
Us Liverpool fans, right? We're like piranhas. Any bit of meat. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And they know it as well. So you're going to throw the bit of Chiesa meat in and think, oh yeah, we'll take that. But most of the man, 75% of the man were like, oh, we forgot about this the centre back and the DM. Then we lost again. You know what I'm saying? They just playing us, man. Them people there, they might be the people that run in the Matrix or something, man. Honestly, you have to be unplugged for them motherfuckers, man. I can't stand them.
Yeah, they're running the football to the ground, man. You know what I mean? If that Chiesa was so special, Juventus would have kept him. You know what I mean? So they must be desperate to get him out the door. You know what I mean? There must be something bad. It's
got to be something. But
I mean, Akolani was the next big thing in it back in the day. People take the piss out of him, but he was going to be the next big
26.
Everybody knew about Aquilani. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody knew that Aquilani, because remember when even bought Aquilani, this is what I'm saying with when Benitez was talking about Alonso and this and that. This is why it never made sense, yeah. Because like we all know at the end of the day, right? You wanted to get rid of Alonso because you want to buy Gareth Barry. It wasn't the fact that the day that sort of like he wanted to go to Arsenal. It was never that, right? Gareth Barry came not available, but it was too late then. Alonso said he wanted to go, and he went to Real Madrid. Yeah, but then you went out and consciously bought a player that was injured at the time.
I know
he was injured at the time. At least with Chiesa, I'm not trying to sort of get FSG off the hook and all that. Do you know what I mean? Because I will never do that, right? But on the bright side with Chiesa, at least he's not injured at the moment. He's playing. Do you know what I mean? It's just that he don't want him. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's the ideal signing, yeah. But like it's something, and they right, and it's better than the Akralani situation because Akralani was injured and he never played till Christmas. And even when he came in at Christmas at the day, right, he was so bothered about his hair, doing his hair on the touchline, and then playing football. Do you know what I mean? That was Benitez's buy. Benitez knew exactly what he was like and what he was getting. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then he wanted to go back to Italy afterwards, though. But with Chiesa, listen, under this regime with FSG, right? Trust me, we're always going to get scrapped, and we're never going to get what we want. So what we have to do
under this dictatorship.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say, until they are gone, until like FSG are gone, yeah, we're gonna have to make peace with certain things. We're gonna have to make peace with like this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, this is gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? We all got the perfect explanation for it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, FSG, bro, FSG.
They're con men, mate. They're con men, man. That's what.
What's that old French queen? Is it Marie Antoinette? When the people were hungry, they're like, "Oh, give them cake." That's FSG, bro. FSG. That is them. And Chiesa like the cake. Give them cake. Give them cake. Give them Chiesa.
You know, it's like that. It's like that thing, yeah. What Napoleon, yeah. Napoleon's missus, yeah. Napoleon's missus. Now she was like half African and half French, and basically in the day, right? It was like when Napoleon was away fighting wars and stuff, getting his ass kicked. What happened in the day? She was having it with everybody and anybody.
Oh yeah, she's getting beat.
You know what I mean? She's getting down.
She's getting, right? She's getting a dick.
But when he came home, oh, she was a proper missus. You know, she's a proper missus then for that. You know what I mean? She was a proper missus. She was a proper. I tell you, you look it up in history. She's getting piped down by everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he found out late as well, wasn't it? Then he's wrote a letter to her saying, "Are you playing away?" Like kind of. She said, "No."
Yeah, well, it was too late then. It was too late then because you already lost the Battle of Trafalgar Square. You already lost that, mate. It was too late. You know what I mean? So if she said that, then, well, look, I don't want you anymore, and anything. Nobody else would have said nothing because you're just a has-been now. You know what I mean? You know. Well, she was getting piped down by everybody, man. Seriously. No did he?
She was a bus, bro. Everyone got on.
You know what? She's been around more times than Phileas Fogg.
Guys, we got some youths here. You know what I mean? We got some youths here. You know what I mean? We got to calm down with that.
No, I'm a nephew, man. That's all right.
Some people haven't been in school yet. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's my nephew. He's my nephew. I'm talking about the world. He knows about the world. He also knows about the world.
I'm joking.
So, sorry. Scottish Bear.
What's laughing, you
know? Scottish Bear says breaking news: Bayern Leverkusen have approached Liverpool to take Tyler Morton on loan, which I just checked, which is true. Yeah, what's good deal? Not deal.
Good for him.
He's playing Champions League football over there as well.
It would be good for him. It would be sick for him. It would
be good for him. I think. I'm thinking if it's a loan and it doesn't work out, his value goes down. If it does work out, obviously his value goes up. It's that type of a risk. If Liverpool's looking to take, go on, Steve.
Back Hincapié on let him come the other way. That would be a good deal as well. So,
Good shot.
I was on X earlier, right? And there was a guy that posted you know the guy that used to work for us on the data stuff, Ian Graham
He was on TV the other day.
Yeah, he was reading his book. He said he finished his book, but he had a interesting quote from him in the book, which actually speaks to the way Edwards and all of these guys operate, because it says, this is him speaking there. He says, as our team got better and better, fewer and fewer players were rated as good enough to make a difference to our first team. As a result, we stayed out of the transfer market except on the rare occasion when a promising player was available. In a game where the average success rate is 50%, refusing to play unless you have a good reason to can be a good strategy for success. So for me, I'm thinking these guys just analyze a little bit too much. I don't know if you guys heard the saying, analysis paralysis, where you analyze a little bit too much, the pros and cons way up too much, and then you end up actually doing anything at all, which is what has happened in this season with no signings. I don't know if anyone wants to speak to that.
Yeah, man, it's true. It's true, man. It's true.
Well.
It's about what we was talking about the other day, Fuzzy. Remember you said to me that they only spend money when they're out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when they always start spending money. When they're in the Champions League, they're very scarcely sort of like
it's a pattern,
money.
Yeah,
it's a pattern. Because remember the day, like when Jurgen Klopp was high, you know, blitzing teams and winning this, winning that. They didn't really spend money. They didn't really spend money.
Yeah.
It's the talent. It's the talent.
Yeah, after the league.
Yeah.
After the league. Remember after we won the league? We won the league. We didn't sign nobody. And before that, all we got in was Adrian on the free. Harvey Elliott was a couple of million.
Yeah.
And Seth Vanderbilt was a couple of million. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, there's some truth to that. There is.
But this is where
let me say something, guys.
They lost it,
one second. Yeah, let me say something to you guys. Yeah. Well, I was speaking to Uncle Rozo about it earlier. When I look at football in the modern day, what people need to understand is every team is a mirror image of their ownership. If you look at Chelsea, all over the place, same ownership. Look at Man United, don't know what they're doing. Same ownership. Man City, they spend on the right players to, you know, fund Pep Guardiola, and then you see the mirror image of it. You look at Liverpool, we've got we don't spend. We're tight. So what I'm trying to say is every team is a mirror image of their ownership, and nothing will ever change at Liverpool Football Club until these owners leave it away. So this is what I was discussing with Uncle Rose earlier. Do you agree with me, Stephen? If you look at the teams around the Premier League, it's a mirror image of the ownership.
It just reminds me, obviously, when you go off analogies in Chelsea, you go off hospital sort of things as well. So for me, Chelsea would be in like intensive care, whereas we're stable. So for me, Chelsea the owner was trying to buy a player who was actually on loan from Chelsea. That just it says it all. You know what I mean? That player looks good. Yeah, I'm sorry, owner. He actually plays for us. He's just on loan. Oh yeah.
That's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Whereas for us, FSG would literally go into the everything's a pound shop and ask for 50% off, and the
Look at that, Steve. It goes from like a £50 million player with Zubamendi to a £15 million player or 10 million. See, this is what I'm saying. It's a carbon copy of every summer. You know what I mean? We go for the big signing, and then we get the cheap end of it. Yeah, nothing's ever going to change.
They go for the yellow stickers, don't they? Yeah, man. You know the yellow stickers in the supermarket.
Yellow stickers.
It says reduced, and then they wait around for that, innit? You've ever done that? Wait around to about 5:30 for yellow stickers to come out.
Have you seen the thing that goes around on Twitter every so often as well, where this guy walks in the shop and asks how much? I think it's a Red Bull. And he says it's £1.50. Goes, there's 50p.
50p.
Yeah. I'll pay the rest later.
So I want to ask you guys a question. Say this is the only signing. Obviously, the goalkeeper's gone the other side. Say this is the only signing of the summer or whatever transfer window. Are you guys gonna be like satisfied? Are we good enough to go? Are we gonna like finish top 4 or win the league or whatever? Musa.
We need a midfielder. And a defender. I'd say another defender. Like before, I would maybe even say a left back.
But
I wouldn't even say centre back. If Gomez stays, sorry. Yeah, we need. I'm saying we need more. We need more.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Are you gonna be happy if it's the end?
No, I'm not happy. I wouldn't be happy. Of course, I wouldn't be happy because the play right now we have a fully fit squad. This won't be like this all the time. I understand, but if they can stay fit, I think we can, with some new additions, with some good additions, 3 more, I think, we would be up there. I think we would be up there to challenge if they all stayed fit, which they probably can't. That's players like Jota, players like what's called, even like Soboslai to a degree, just players like that. if they just end up staying fit for
Konate
the
as
rest
well.
of the season, Konate, yes, 100%. Like if you just stay fit, I think we can mount something with new additions. But if without the new additions, I think
Yeah.
top four is the only place where you can pretty much do. Like honestly, 3 more signings, I think we could be up there. I think we could be up there.
This is a question for everybody, by the way. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I do agree with what Musa just said there. I think we need a centre back, a left back, and a DM for me personally. Let's not face it. I mean, obviously, the team that we've got on paper, the starting 11, is fantastic. But then, obviously, I know we shouldn't really base ourselves off Man City and stuff like that. But when Man City win the league, they've just signed that Silvinho, and he looks already. He's making them look an even better team. Yeah, Silvinho. He's already making them look a better team. Whereas apparently, there's no one out there that will make us any better. I just don't agree with that. I think we've got a fantastic starting 11 that can match any team in the Premier League, but it's based as a squad, and our squad is nowhere near as good enough to compete for the Premier League this season. I think it's a rebuilding thing, and I think maybe same position as last season, third, maybe even fourth. I really do.
Okay. Obviously, Uncle Roz and Anton, it's up to you guys.
Yeah. Listen. Until we get the 3 ideal players, I won't be happy. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think that the owners are set out to make us happy. They're always going to disappoint us in some way. Do you know what I mean? You know, when it came down to a couple of seasons ago, when we needed those defenders, what did they do? They bought a hologram and got some guy on loan. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? They're never going to put themselves in a position that they're going to make us happy. I've yet to sort of see the day. I mean, even like the goalkeeper that we apparently bought now, we don't need him. We literally don't need him. If Allison has said in the day, well, look, I'm a person, I want to honor my contract, right? Not only do I want to do that, I want to honor it beyond. You know what I mean? I will sign another fresh contract. Yeah. Now Georgie said, look, when I come in here, I'm not coming in as a number 2. I'm coming as a number 1. Well, how are you going to do that, mate? If you still got one of the best goalkeepers in the world occupying the number 1 spot, you're not going to do it, mate. Yeah. So then, what happens then? What will happen then is when he finishes his loan. Trust me when I say this. When this goalkeeper finishes loan, at Valencia, and he's supposed to come to Liverpool, he's gonna go to Bournemouth, yeah?
Yeah, he will do.
Go to Bournemouth for loan, yeah? Trust me, that's where he's going to stay. He is gonna stay there, yeah? And then what will happen is Liverpool and Bournemouth will work out some kind of deal in the day where Bournemouth
mates rates.
Yeah, mates rates, yeah. It'd be something like that, because you think about it, right? The logical thing would have been to do in this process. The logical thing would be, I said this time and time again, will be if Allison wanted to go, yeah, then all you do is say to Kelleher, well, you're next in line for the number 1 spot, yeah. Whether it's this year or the following year, yeah, right. You're next in line. And so he gets bumped up. Jarrod gets bumped up to number 2. The Brazilian goalkeeper that we still got, on the books, right, gets bumped up to number 3. Why are you then at the day, right, going out and buying a goalkeeper, right, that we don't need when we got 3 spots, in the squad that need to be filled, and you're saying that you cannot find a 6. You're saying to us you cannot find a 6, but you can find a goalkeeper that we don't need. Make it make sense. So I will never be happy with what FSG do. Do you know what I mean? I'll just probably be mildly satisfied. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's going to be under FSG until they go and you get proper owners in it. And that's sort of like literally at the day got sort of like Liverpool at heart. This is what we're going to be faced with, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anton?
Everyone said what I wasn't even thinking. I haven't even had anything. No. Like I said, everyone said we need the 3 players, man. For me, you need a centre back, left-sided, maybe someone who's left-footed, centre back controller, maybe, I don't know, a defensive midfielder, or defensive midfielder as in like a deep line playmaker, so he's not just like another ender or something, who's just a tackler.
Yeah,
that's why we didn't go for a Garte. I think, like I said, I've always wanted Kudus, bro. I'd love to have Kudus all day, but that's going to be a lie because he's going to be about 100 million from West Ham. You're going to put our money on top as well, so it would probably be 120 just to wind us up. Again, these FSG guys, it always goes back to them, man. It always goes back to them. I'm telling you, look, do you know I got this feeling now? I swear, I'm looking at the rain. If rain comes up, it says fucking FSG, innit? It's FSG. I trip out on the floor, FSG. Anything negative, I just think of them. I really can't stand it, man. Oh man, I don't know what we're gonna do, man. But these guys need to go, and I think everything will be rosy again, man. But until then, I think it's just gonna be a season that we're going to be finishing. I'm not expecting the world, man, but I reckon we want top 4, but I don't think it's going to happen, man. Time we're going to start playing against the top teams. We've got Gravenberch playing as a 6, bro. Yeah, you can see in the last 2 games, there's something there. He's a good player.
Yeah, but Anton, like we've seen it in the past, haven't we, bro? Like they look impressive in the beginning, but as the season goes along, they're just gonna go down from there.
He can grow into it. Don't get me wrong. He can grow each game. He gets better and see how he's still young enough. And he can still and young people are sponges. They take everything in. You know what I'm saying? He can just learn on the spot. What you're learning right now at the highest level, bro.
Yeah.
The highest level, and technically the other teams will spot little things that the better teams will and then exploit him. You know what I'm saying? This is when we can see people that saying, "Oh, see, we shouldn't have got him number 6."
It's true. Let me get some chats in.
Bro.
I think they wanted. They've got a few questions for us, especially Steve. Steve, apologies, the chat just runs in it sometimes, so that's why I can't see it. And I've hearted it anyway. So, Steve, on the panel, what's your opinion on Mulby comments about Hughes? I haven't heard those comments. What did he say?
I don't know. I haven't heard them myself. If it was today, I've been out for majority of the day, so I honestly don't know what he said. So I can't really comment unless anyone.
Don't think he rates it.
Put it in the comment. Put in the comment, Steve.
Yeah, let's read it out, innit?
Yeah, we'll read it out.
You know what?
Steve,
To be honest, I think someone's on sorry to cut, I think it's somewhere along the lines that he doesn't rate it. Somewhere along the lines of
right, okay.
Something like that.
Someone said it.
Something like that.
Okay.
Someone said it, bro. Rods, you've been talking to Moby. You've been chatting to your old friend Moby, innit? You know him as Yak, innit? You know that boy. He's shit, mate. He's shit, innit? I go tell the man. All right, bye.
Yeah. Stephen on the panel, how many signings needed to make us serious challenges?
At least 3, if not 4.
3. Yeah. 4 is the maximum, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, 4 is maximum. Yeah, like I say, centre back, left back, DM, and then maybe another forward as well. Obviously, I know we've got Diaz who can play on the right as well as Salah, of course, but maybe another right-sided forward as well. So 3 as a must. 4 would be ideal to make us definitely be in the top 2 without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, 3 is a minimum, I'd say, mate.
Musa, I got a question for you. Would you swap Jones with Ramsey from Villa?
Not for me. Curtis Jones is the Scouser. He is the Scouser in our team, bro. Why do you want to get rid of this guy's tidy?
You got Trent already.
You've seen it from last season. Curtis Jones has at least fulfilled his role of squad player at least. That's the minimum that you can bring from the team. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, even when he comes in, you know he's gonna do a shift, and he's good enough. I think he's good enough. I think he could be better than Ramsey. I think he's better than Ramsey. Like, I haven't seen.
Wow.
There's 2 points I've seen Ramsey in. There's that he's too much of a higher 8. Like he's like more of a 10. I'd say it's like he's better.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. He's more of an attacking kind of player. Like Curtis Jones gets in those pockets of space. He's he builds up play as well. Like that's what Curtis Jones that kind of player. Ramsey is a bit different. Do you understand what I mean? Like
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Curtis Jones is injury prone as well. Like I understand that as well.
So Kossi, I literally agree with what Musa just said. You got to think about it. Like Jacob Ramsey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Jacob Ramsey and Curtis Jones are 2 different players. Jacob Ramsey is more of a forward player, and sometimes he kind of he partners sort of like Watkins. No. He partners.
No, Jacob
like,
Ramsey is not a forward player. He comes from deep. He's like a runner with a
midfielder.
But he's not a player like Curtis Jones.
He's more. He's more.
You know what?
He's no, but
in some ways, he's very similar.
Anton, he's more of an attacking player. He's more attacking player.
Yeah.
And the thing is about it, we've got enough attacking players as it is. Because you got to think about it, like you see someone like Ryan Gravenberch, right? Although he's playing the 6 as a 6, he's an attacking player. Yeah. So Boslike is an attacking player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we need sort of like that kind of holding player. I don't think there's any point in bringing in another.
They're talking about
player.
swapping. They're talking about swapping.
But you're bringing
he's not an attacker. He's a central midfielder.
No, for me personally, he's very similar. He's very, very similar to Jones. Very similar. What I mean is, because Jones.
No. I don't agree with that.
Let me finish. He's very similar. He's even quite lanky as well. He's a right footer. He can play on the left wing. I've seen him play on the left wing. Yeah, I've seen him play centre midfield. I've seen him play attacking midfield, and I've seen Jones do the same thing. Jones, you can tell he likes the ball at his feet, and he's got skill. You've seen him on the wing. He can do little bits and pieces. Jacobs, they're very similar players.
Curtis Jones is a different player now. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Like he can. I agree. He can do the attacking role that Ramsey does. Curtis Jones can do the attacking role that Ramsey does, and he can go back and do and pick up the ball from the spaces.
I think Ramsey.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Ramsey's got higher ceiling. Yeah,
I think Ramsey at the day, to me, at the day, he's more of your attacking player. And Curtis Jones at the day is different. Curtis Jones more favors.
I think Villa got too many midfielders. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna consistently be a starter anyway.
Listen, you guys talk about Jones like he's in the first team. He does something on a regular, but he doesn't do nothing. You know what I mean? We're still waiting for him like 5 years later. Just let me finish. I'll let you guys talk. Let me finish. I mean, with Curtis
Jones doesn't get consistent on the games.
He's an in and out player. I mean, he's aging at the same time. He's getting older. So
we
need him to start performing now. You know what I mean? He's not consistent. He's not consistent. You know what I mean?
He's not consistent enough.
It's come to the point like we're tired of seeing the same shit.
He's a spell player.
Yeah, it's time to change,
bro. No, but Jacobs Ramsey consistent either. He's hardly been in.
Yeah, I agree. Great. Ramsey's not consistent either. No,
guess what I'm saying.
He's got a higher ceiling. Yeah, he's got a higher ceiling. In the right team, I think Jacob Ramsey could do better in a high.
Even Gerrard mentioned something, didn't it?
Yeah,
Gerrard was there and mentioned something about him.
He was good. He was good.
Both of them. He said something about both of them. But like I said, guys, like with Curtis Jones, how long are you willing to wait for? It looks like you want to wait some more. You know what I mean? He's been part of the first team for so many years now. Like he needs to stop being his own man. You know what I mean? Like, I can't keep asking the same questions. I can't keep asking the same questions again. It's getting boring, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but
it's getting to the point of boring. Like we keep asking the same questions. He'll be about 28, 29, still asking the same questions. How many times did we go through that in the past?
Jones last season showed you that he was enough of a player to be in the squad this season.
He came back and the team got even worse.
You're gonna get a player. You're gonna get a player.
Curtis Jones last season showed you that
he's a clown.
Minimum of a player.
He's a joke of the pack.
He's a clown.
I want him to be serious in football. I want him to take his football seriously. You know what I mean? I want him to take.
Was he not good last season? He was not good last season.
He's not taking his football seriously, mate. He's not. And a lot of people have. A lot of people in Liverpool say that about him. He doesn't take football seriously. He's always joking about. Enough now. Be a serious footballer and start, think about
But
Liverpool.
Jacob
football.
Ramsey's hardly
You're a
in the Aston
scouser.
Villa squad.
You're a scout. Forget about Jacob Ramsey. I don't care about Jacob Ramsey. I'm talking about this player right now.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
He needs to take his football seriously. That's what I'm trying to say. Enough of this joking around bit. Go and take your football seriously and start performing on a regular basis. I keep hearing he's a scouser, but where's the scouser? Gerrard's a scouser. He gets in, he gets stuck in. Where's Curtis Jones getting stuck in? What does he ever do apart from holding on to the ball for far too long and losing it when he's going forward? Enough now, man. It's the same shit every week. Let's be serious.
I disagree. Last season he was good.
Look at the football he plays, man. I mean,
last season
he had
good.
a few good games, in the beginning of the part of the season. But when the crucial part came in, he was nowhere to be seen. Let's be honest here, man.
So was the rest of the team. The rest of the team. Nunes, Diaz, they're all gone.
Second half, he came back from injury and he made the team even worse. Playing in that midfield. So
no. A lot of players last season. A lot of players last season and day, right, didn't play at the best. To single out Curtis Jones and day, right?
Uncle, you're talking about.
Hold on, Fuzz.
Name the players.
Hold on, Fuzz and day, right? To single out Curtis Jones and day, right? To say it and day, well, look, at the end of the day, you made the team worse. When there was people like Darwin Nunes at the day that was not performing at the day, yeah. There's Luis Diaz that wasn't performing. Cody Gakpo wasn't performing. Do you know what I mean? I'll just name 3 players.
You're talking about players that came recently. I'm talking about a player that's been here for how many years?
Yeah, but he spent a lot of time
since he's 17, wasn't it?
But he spent a lot of time at the day in the.
He came in 2020.
But it's not fair. It's not fair. You're picking on players that just came recently. He's been here for a long time. Enough now. Like, take your football seriously, bro. That's all.
Listen. You're talking about like Curtis Jones that they've been in 17. Most of the time at the day, he came up from the academy when he's 19 years old, right? And he didn't actually play consistently at the day in the team when he come in, yeah. There's either injuries or he wasn't getting picked, right?
It's not like a Bukayo Saka situation.
Hold on. If you're talking at the end of the day, right? If you're talking about Jacob Ramsey at the end of the day, will be the replacement for Curtis Jones. Hold on. Jacob Ramsey is the same. He's been in and out of the Villa squad. Do you know what I mean? He's hardly been since Unai Emery come in. He's hardly been in that squad. Jacob Ramsey the other day, Jacob Ramsey come on the other day. That's the first time I've seen him in ages. I didn't even know he's still with the club. Do you know what I mean? Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones at the day, yeah. He may not be brilliant at the day, yeah, right. But he's not that bad that he comes into the team at the day and stings up the team. Because I've said it before. The only criticism that I have of Curtis Jones is that he holds on to the ball too long. That's the only criticism of him. All the rest of his game in the day, right? To me, in the day, is fine because he scored a goal against Man United in the day, right? So if we don't want to rave about that, well, don't rave about all the other people in the day that scored in the team. If we talk about people in the day that's not applied themselves in the team, right? You can't just talk about Curtis Jones. You have to talk about Luis Diaz and all them mans there. And Luis Diaz at 60 million. Darwin Nunes that day, nearly 100 million he come in, and he's not performing.
You're talking about players that just came recently.
I think
they're come in. They're not performing, man.
I think what Foz is trying to say,
they're not performing.
It's been long enough.
It doesn't matter when they come in. They could have come in yesterday. They're not performing.
Uncle, wait. Uncle, what type of player is Curtis Jones? Tell me. What type of player is he? What do you know about Curtis Jones that stands out? That wows you.
He's a midfielder, right? That holds onto the ball and spreads play, yeah, and scores goals. He does that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the sort of player he is, and that, right? But I'm not saying that he's brilliant. Yeah, I'm not saying he's brilliant, but I'm not saying that he's as bad as everybody.
Look at the appearances. Look at the appearances difference.
That's what I'm saying.
This guy's been here since he was 19, and he's still got 86 appearances. Like, look at. We don't give him consistent game time. What does that tell you? We don't give him consistent game time. Even if he doesn't,
I
even if he
just
doesn't
thought-
get consistent
the
game
thing
time,
is,
he's injured.
Musa,
He's injured.
I just thought-
Let's be serious.
I
Let's be
just
like,
don't
let's be
understand this defense league, man. I just don't
reasonable.
understand
That's
this
what I'm
defense
saying.
league. Yeah, everybody can be reasonable. I've been reasonable with Curtis Jones, but is it enough? You know what I mean? That's what I'm asking you guys. Like, how long do we have to wait to the point where he's 28 and then we're still asking the same questions? Him as a player needs to start performing. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree. I don't think this season. I think
Ramsey. He's not at my football club. I don't give a damn about.
But
Jacob
he's a
Ramsey.
squad. Listen, we have enough.
We're making that
With
comparison.
Jones, he
We're
needs
talking
to.
about Jacob Ramsey.
We know that Jones is not a starter though. We know that Jones is not a starter though.
As a scout,
We know that Jones is not better than McAllister or Szoboszlai. We know that though.
The thing is, as a scout, he should be leading by examples. So this is what I want him to do right now. This season is a make or break for him now. Like, he's been here long enough, guys. He's been here long enough to be, one of the mainstays in the first team, and he's not even trying that. That's what I'm trying to say. He should be established first team player right now as a scouser, but he's not doing that. That's what I'm angry about.
Come on, man. Depends if
he's not gonna. There's not a lot of players in the world that are better midfielders than McAllister right now. Szoboszlai is difficult to get over him as well. Szoboszlai is difficult to get over him as well. So where is he gonna fit into that team?
Even Grandpa.
He's not good enough then, is he? He's not good enough then.
No. What I would say is
there's not a lot of players. There's not a lot of players out there that's better than these lot. It's like that's what I'm trying to say to you.
Can I interject? Because I agree with Foles here, because I think Curtis Jones has got a massive flaw in his game, which is decision making for me. Especially like everyone, he's got the correct attributes to be a top player.
Yeah.
However, as he said, I don't think he's taking his game seriously. This upcoming season, he was here early. He could have taken that number 6 position for himself.
Thank you.
However, you saw in the preseason, the guy was holding onto the ball too long. He was dilly-dallying with it a bit too much in dangerous areas.
Out of position
a lot. And when we were attacking, I think was it against United or Arsenal? Against United, where it was like 3 against 2. And then he just took too long. Wan-Bissaka came in behind him and took the ball.
Yeah.
These are the things, because I remember 2-3 years ago in the Champions League, he gave a beautiful assist to Salah after he dribbled a long way. And I said, if he can do this all the time, he'll be a top player, but he doesn't. That's the issue.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, big up Edward. Big up Edward. By the way, good point. Big up, Robert. Please subscribe if you're new as well. People, please do me a favor. People, do me 1 second, Uncle. 1 second. Everyone, please hit the subscription button, notification button, and like button. Obviously, we're doing this on a regular now. We're consistent, as you guys always ask for. And if you're watching on other, social media such as Facebook, Twitch, and X and Instagram, move over to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 2,000, and help us get there as well. You're not going to get anything better than this anywhere else. So go ahead, Uncle Rods.
No, we have to disagree to disagree.
Yeah, of course, listen, we're not going to agree anything, are we? Because time.
The fact of the day, right? You know what I mean? Young Klopp saw something in him in the day, right? And young Klopp, and to me, in the day, he's never wrong with players. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, I agree. And then they sort of like, that he holds on to the ball too long. I've been the first one to say that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? Be first to say that. But then you've got other players in the team in the day that do similar things, or at the end of the day, when they get to the finishing line, they can't finish at the end of the day. But we do not talk about them often enough. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, what is to me, it seems like to me that it's always on like Curtis Jones, because he's a scout. It doesn't really matter if it's a scout or South American or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what
Uncle.
The reason I say that is because that's what they hide behind. That's what I'm trying to say. They hide behind that.
But to me, at the end of the day, he's not hiding about it. To me,
people hide him behind that. People hide him behind that. I mean, Uncle,
people gonna hide behind the fact that today that's sort of like with people were saying that day when sort of like Darwin Núñez couldn't finish his cup of tea. Yeah, they were saying that day sort of like, oh, man, maybe at the day he doesn't understand the language or this and that. So there's always going to be something in the day that people will say it in the day. People will give a certain person, whether they're Scouser, whether they're South American.
I want to say, Uncle, let me say something. Yeah, if he wasn't a Scouser, people would have had a go at him. I remember Gravenberch last season. People was having a go at him. He only just arrived.
I do agree. I think.
Yeah, but
if he wasn't a Scouser,
Wait. Those are the people that. Those are the people that day. Those are the people that day. Really. Hold 1 second. Those are the people that day. Those are the people day. To be honest, today, right? They've got like minimal sort of like knowledge of football, because how you can have a go at somebody in a day that just come to your club saying that they're not applying themselves and this and that, right? It's beyond me. So you got to take those like comments and that like a pinch of salt. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I said that when Darwin Núñez come in and everybody was cussing him, yeah. I said on many lives that I'm gonna give him another season to see what he does and everything, and then I will make my decision on him. You have to give him 2 years. So like giving Darwin Núñez 2 seasons, yeah, and he still hasn't sort of like, catch my eye with anything. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he might have scored a bit more goals than what he did the previous season, but he still has not catch my eye. And I would be quite glad at the day if we do a swap deal with some club for him. Because I don't think you can cut it at the club. I've given him 2 seasons. You understand what I'm saying? But like with people cussing Gravenberch and this and that to me that's ludicrous. Do you know what I mean? And with me now, and this is with me, whether you're a Scouser, whether you're South American, whether you're English, or whatever you may be, yeah. If I feel it and Dave sort of like you ain't cutting it, I will tell you. I ain't gonna hide behind the Scouts team.
Go on, Anton.
On that point there's some points I do agree with you, Rods. But I do on initially on the overall, I do think Curtis Jones does get a hall pass because of where he's from.
He's from.
He gets that hall pass. You know what? Larry, because he's like one of the other Scousers in the team. They want Scousers in the team. They want the Scousers in the team. If they can have leather Scousers, they will have it. They will have it all day if they could. Yeah. But it's not, the circumstances are different, and you can't. So you can only have ones that are decent enough to make the team. If they're on the fringes, you want them more than the foreign players. And I think that goes for everyone, really and truly. Not everyone, but majority. I really do think he does get the hall pass.
Yeah,
because
100%.
The deficiencies in his game. There's parts in his game that should have been matured already. He's 23, 24. And sometimes like he goes on a run, like goes on runs for about 5 to 6, 7 games. Oh my God, unbelievable! And then he's back to the stupid things he does again. That's something what a younger person who's coming into the team, someone who's 17, should be doing. You understand? Not someone who's 23. He should be banging on people's door. No. That's my position.
Exactly.
And in fact, where I'm from, Liverpool, it should be. I'm cementing my position there. I'm fighting for that, and I don't see that fight from him. Even though he had a little injury and things like that, I don't see that fight for him to say, "Look, no, this is my position. I'm from Liverpool. I'm from
exactly."
Yeah, but you ain't getting that.
You expect more of a fight, don't you? You're not like
you ain't getting that.
Laughs at that.
Because the beginning was that we made a comparison between him and Jacob.
But the thing is, Uncle, let me say something, Uncle. We're rooting for the guy. We're rooting for him, innit? We're rooting for him, but he's not doing it. He's not doing it.
Let me land. What I'm saying is that you're making the comparison between Jacob Ramsey and Curtis Jones at the day, right? And they both at the day, when you think about, are the same. Because if they wasn't the same, trust me, Jacob Ramsey and the day will be getting much more games at the day than what he is getting now. He got more games probably when that one from Brentford was there. That manager from Brentford was there. Yes, he got more games. But after that, he didn't get much games. He become a forgotten entity at bloody Aston Villa. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like to make the comparison between him, Curtis Jones, and Jacob Ramsey. When you think about it, you're probably getting the same player. Do you know what I mean? Because then again, Jacob Ramsey plays, although he's a CM or whatever, he naturally plays in a sort of like a more of an advanced position. He's played more in advanced position than what Curtis Jones has. Curtis Jones has played on the left-hand side as a winger once or twice. Do you know what I mean? Most of the time at the day, he's in midfield on the left of midfield. Do you know what I mean? He's not forward. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, really and truly, we've got enough forwards there as it is. Do you really need to bring in another forward into your club, other than getting a DM or somebody that can put more or less play the DM of what we actually want? It's like get what you want, but not what you need. It's one of them ones still.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on quickly. Anton, please answer this question quickly. Do you think the signing of this keeper from Valencia is a signing for FSG to sell for a profit in 2 years' time, as Becca not going anywhere for 3 or 4 years?
Yes. 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 Again, don't trust them. They're thieves. They're crooks. They probably sold him already. They probably sold him already. He's just come. They probably sold him already. Got buy already. Oh yeah, mates rates. Oh, the mates rates team. Oh, Bournemouth coming in through. Oh, who thought that shock? yeah. The mates rates. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
This is the comment I wanted to agree with. I think Jones has got the ability. He's just we're frustrated. Everyone's frustrated that he's not able to show it. And it says here, Ramsey's a real threat. He's not easily knocked off the ball. Jones has undoubted ability, but he is injured all the time. Holds onto the ball too long and pisses about too much.
Yeah,
and this is where Fozy comes in and says, take your football a little bit more seriously, because you can relax later on in life. But now is your time to cement your, like, a new manager's come in, cement like your position. That you belong in this team, and unfortunately he let Ryan Gravenberch come in, and Gravenberch has taken it with both hands.
Rubbish, man.
Yeah,
it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough, man. You can't do that, man.
He's a good player, but like I said, if out of the two players, without even the stats, your eye test should tell you
exactly.
He's more better than. In all-round positions, he's better than him. The only thing Jones, I think, has got over him is ball control, the ball under his feet, dribbling.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. Everything else, passing at the right time of pass. What's it called? The midfielder's trick that everyone should know, the scanning. He's got it more than Jones. He's less likely to lose the ball than Jones. Jones is good at keeping the ball. If we're doing 2 touches and we're just playing the ball around, we're winning like 3-4-0 up and keeping the ball from the other team. He's good at that. But Ramsey's the better player. Ramsey's the better player. I don't
really think so. I mean, to be honest today, if he's a much better player than what people think he is, you know what I mean? If he took his football as serious as people think he is, he'd be a permanent starter in Aston Villa, which he's not.
They're playing different now, though, isn't it? They played that player. He come from
Onana.
They play Onana, and
that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Why would you go out and buy Onana if you've got a perfectly good midfielder there already? Obviously, at the day, he's not. Yeah, but obviously, at the day, he's not the one.
Defensive midfielder.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Steve, what's
hold on. Onana's a defensive midfielder, so Onana gets into that position. What I'm trying to say in the day, right, is that Jacob Ramsey is more of an attacking player. We do not need an attacking player. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's more versatile.
We need somebody in the day that's going to be
more versatile
like a defensive midfielder. We need somebody that's going to be like a 6 to go in a 6. We don't need a versatile player. We need someone to go in. If that's the road you're going down, we're going to need somebody at the day that's a 6 to go in a 6, not a versatile player.
Uncle.
Because Liverpool and Aston Villa.
Let's Steve. 1 second, Anton. Let Steve speak. Steve, where you stand with these two? Because you haven't said anything about that.
I mean, for me, they are similar type of players, but I think for me, if you look at the way Klopp played, it was all full metal football, wasn't it? And I think Jones does, like the guys have said, he slows the game down. There's been multiple times when we've been on the counter attack, and then he just takes that extra touch, and then before you know it, the back defending behind the line, and then you've missed your opportunity. So I mean, for me, don't get me wrong, I agree, Rod's, with regards to Jones. I think he's got the ability, he's got all the ability there, but how, like Fozzie says, how much time do you give him? He's been in and around. Yeah, he's been in and around the team for quite 3-4 seasons consistently now, and then you just think he might have 1 or 2 good games, but then you don't seem to remember them. You just seem to remember the bad games because he is too inconsistent. But then again, it's not really a conversation that we're potentially going to be having anyway, because I mean, we're not going to be signing Jacob Ramsey. But if you ask me who was the better one out of the two, Jacob Ramsey for me all day long. I think Curtis Jones has had his chance. And I just think, maybe because he is a scouser, he gets that sort of slack a little bit more than some, obviously the Gravenbergs and stuff like that, who was getting slack even a few weeks into him signing. So yeah, I think for me, if it was a choice, I would go for Jacob Ramsey over Jones, because he's had his chance and he just hasn't.
Got to take it, man.
Yeah. He's not taking his chance. You know, when you're that person who needs to get that chance, like, I can take this chance. I don't think he's that person to grab life by the fucking.
It's like let me give you an example.
Let me give you an example
of a player, Anton.
He seems like a guy that, I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna try a little, try and get in the team, and nah.
Anton, can I say something? You know, like,
in it.
Who it reminds me of, guys? Lucas Leiva. All these years we spent with Lucas Leiva thinking he's going to be the next big thing, and he never was. And I mean, this is what it reminds me when I'm looking at him. Like, each year we're thinking he's going to improve, but he never improved. Then we had to like put him as a DM from an attacking midfielder. It just didn't work. Like, this is how I see Curtis Jones. You know what I mean? There's too many. Like, he's been here too long. Like, come on, bro. This season you have to show us what you're all about. You're not going to be hanging around.
Lucas Leiva was a 10 that was turned into a DM. He was a 10.
Because he wasn't really that 10.
At Guerrero, when in Brazil, he played as a 10. That was his position. He was a 10. This is what I'm talking about, putting square pegs in round holes. His position was a 10. It's only when he came to Liverpool, right, that Benitez wanted to make him into DM. It just never worked.
He tried him as a number 10. It just didn't work.
He was taking that goal he scored against Benfica in the day in the, I think it was in the UEFA Cup, the UEFA Cup at Anfield in the day. He was in a 10 position when he took it around the goalkeeper, sifting the back of the net. He's done most of his best work as a 10. That's how he plays. Now you can convert some players at the day from one position to another, and it will work, but it doesn't happen for all players. That's the only reason that the day that Lucas Leiva didn't really work out. He had some games where it worked out for him, right? But on a consistent basis, it was never going to work out for him because that was never his position. He was more an attacking player. Put him in a 10 or even put him down a wing, right? He probably would have done some damage, but he didn't play that position. It's like, what's that guy's name? Dirk Kuyt. When Dirk Kuyt comes to Liverpool, he was an out-and-out striker. He got put on the right wing. He got put on the right wing for ages, right? Yeah. He done the job and everything out, but not effectively. And the time at the day that he moved into a striker's position, literally he was non-effective in the day because he's so used to playing on the right. He spent about 5 or 6 years on the right-hand side. Do you understand what I'm saying? So putting square pegs in round holes today, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. All it's going to get you in the day is all it's going to get you is criticism because people are going to start thinking that you should be doing better. You should be doing better in that position because you've been in that position for a long time now. You should be doing much better than what he is. But the fact is, at the day, right, that's not my position, though. There's my position. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the Lucas Leiva comparison in the day, it's never going to work because he was never a DM. He was just put there, right, to play in the team. Put there so he can start in the team. Do you know what I mean? So that's never going to work.
Thank you, Uncle. Stephen has to get going.
Yeah.
So we'll say goodbye to Stephen. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Steve.
Cheers, boys.
Big up, Steve, man.
Cheers, Steve. Nice shirt, mate.
Yeah, nice. Cheers, mate. Thank you. I'll speak to you all later. Thanks for having me on as always.
No worries, man. Always welcome, bro.
Cheers, boys. Good chat.
No worries, bro.
See ya.
But let's move on to discussion. let's go to the game on Sunday itself. Liverpool didn't start the game too well. The tempo of the game, I wanted to come and ask Musa. Tell me about the tempo of the game. Do you think it was? It just felt so unlike a Liverpool team. What would you say to someone that said that?
You didn't feel. My thing is, when you watch Liverpool last season, sometimes you have those games like Fulham. You have those games against Nottingham Forest where you're chasing, it's panic settings. This was calm control. What we chasing like especially after we went 1-0 up, it's like we don't need to chase that second goal. We're not chasing that second goal. It's like we're literally pretty much calm. Other than before the goal, I think Wissa had a couple runs. I think they had a little bit of chances there, but honestly, I didn't feel threatened that much. Honestly, they had that. I think that save save on Alisson in the second half, and I think that was about it. But I didn't see much from Brentford that much anyway, because we just kept the ball, keep the ball, play our tempo, quicken the tempo when we needed to with the Van Dijk crossfield ball to Salah, then the Salah playing that a couple 1-2s, like stuff like that. Just football, just real. This is like sustainable. Yeah, 100% sustainable for the long run. Because you knew last season wasn't sustainable at all. Like we can keep running and running and running. It wasn't. I feel like his legs were gonna go. Like you can tell certain people's legs were gonna go by the end of it. You saw by Endo and all these other players. This is fine. I think this is sustainable. I think this was gonna keep us in the long run, pretty much. And you've seen it from him benching Trent for Bradley. Like you can see him trying to save players, but Trent, of course, didn't seem too happy by the end. Bro, world-class players don't want to get subbed off. I hear it. I understand it. I 100% understand, man. But I think slot ball full effect on Sunday.
Yeah, you saw. We saw that it was a controlling game. It was a controlled performance. However, it didn't encourage a really good atmosphere. Is that a concern going forward, Uncle?
No, I think you know what it is, and I feel when it comes to Armstrong and Klopp, we all knew at the day it's going to be different. You know what I mean? It's going to be different, and in the way they play football, different styles and so forth, and the way he set the team. I'm impressed so far by the way they're playing. I know at days it's a bit slow in it, but I think what he wants to be more controlled. You know what I mean? Always know what you're doing every time. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose in that situation, you can't have it both. You can't have that heavy metal football and concentrate on what you're doing and such and such. Do you know what I mean? Heavy metal football was good. Do you know what I mean? Because we had the manager to implicate it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Now he's more of a slow build up and so forth. The only problem that I've got, and I said to Fuzzy earlier on, and I said to a couple people, is the only problem I've got is like when we lose the ball, everybody goes to defend the ball and get the ball back, right? And there's a situation where you can have too many people trying to do the same thing, and all it needs at the day is a through ball to go through, and you are fucked because there's nobody there. So I think there needs to be a minimum amount of people that goes and chase the ball, hunts down the ball, yeah, and retrieves it, and then you still got your people back, because we saw it on Saturday with the Man United game against Brighton. What they did, and everybody got drawn towards the ball. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got drawn towards the ball, and then there's a big gap on the post. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it was like there's about 3 players on the back post that could have scored. That's including João Pedro. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of scared of that happening, like with Liverpool, with the style that he's playing, to say, well, look, right, you know what? If we lose the ball, let's go and get back the ball. Yeah, do that. But only a minimum amount of people should be going back and get that ball. Should always, not leave the door unguarded, as it were. Do you know what I mean? Because once they slip a ball through, even against Man United, if you slip a ball through with the pace of Garnacho and the pace of like Rashford, you're not catching them. And you know Rashford at the end of the day loves a goal against Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? He loves it. So I think we need to sort of like, balance it a bit where, you got sort of like, you got certain people that's going to stay back, a certain amount of people that's going to hunt the ball. Do you know what I mean? But all in all, I knew that sort of like Slots' way of playing football was going to be different. We just got to get used to it, really. Do you know what I mean? Hey, at the moment, we're winning. Do you know what I mean? We're winning everything now. And another thing as well, we're not, we're keeping a clean sheet. So that's got to be something today we've got to be thankful of. Do you know what I mean? And just like say, right, you know what? Hey, right, give it a chance. You know what I mean?
I think I have to head out, Lads,
Okay.
Yeah, big up, brother. Yeah.
Big up, Musa.
Big up.
Take
Big
care,
up,
man.
Musa, man. I'll catch up soon, man.
Thank you
My
for
little
coming.
nephew.
100%.
My little nephew,
100%.
man. Behave
I'm here
yourself.
when you need me, cuz.
Don't get in trouble,
uncle.
my little nephew.
Yeah, I won't get in trouble. No problem, man. I'm here when you guys need me, man. I'm here whenever you guys need me.
Take care, brother.
Take care, brother. Take care, nephew.
See ya. All right. So I know the tempo's changed with Liverpool. We're being more controlled right now. However, the first goal we did score was reminiscent of a typical Jurgen Klopp style transition goal from a corner, defending a corner straight up the other end to score. Talk to me about it, Anton. Is Diaz a changed man now?
Bro, it's still early doors. It's still early doors.
2 games, right?
Really, just like Klopp's ball. I mean, Slot's ball is still early doors, man. It looks nice. Don't get me wrong, man. That 1-2 touch in that, and like I don't know if you know about the third man running. You've heard that saying, third man running. When that 2 players be passing, and then the person makes the blind run. I'm seeing that, which is, you know what I mean. Which you don't really see as much, but that's good signs for me, to be honest, man. That's like total football, man. Like back in the day football, which what Alex Ferguson brought to hair. What a lot of English managers didn't know what was going on. What's going on? What's for this third man? What was this third man running? That's why he was so successful as well, because he used to be outside and think, you know what? Let me take that kind of football, bring it here, and then just show them.
Yeah,
you know what English people are. We made the game, so we don't need to watch anyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you can put your head. You think of all the managers that was there, other than Alex Ferguson, who is there? Like, British managers. Just say English managers. Like, test him. They were just doing the same thing. Big man up top with a little guy. 4-4-2. Cross down the ball. Go down the wing and cross it in. You know? That's their football, you know what I'm saying? So his football, he looks like total football from back in the day, man. And it's almost like the same way he plays when he was playing at PSV, man. That kind of football. It's just quick move. It's not PSV, I mean final, where just keep them like it's constant movement of the ball. Like no one's got too much time on the ball, which is brilliant for me. So I'm seeing something nice, and I hope it carries on. I just want to see the test against the bigger teams.
Oh, we've got Man United next week, so
It's a funny one, isn't it? Mate, I know.
Yeah, it's a good test.
A game that I want to win.
It's a good test.
I don't see it as a big team, big threat now. You understand? Yeah. I want to see that against Man City. I want to see that against Arsenal. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So question for the panel. Quick. Yeah. What do you think is Liverpool? What do you think is Liverpool going to be Liverpool's biggest test? Like, which team is going to be the biggest test? Because you could say Man United, but they're kind of like in transition at the moment, sort of like. Do you know what I mean? But what would you think would the biggest test be? Like, which team? What do you think?
I think Arsenal will be the biggest test because of their style of suffocating teams and not getting many chances on them. Although, so having said that, Aston Villa should have scored 2 against them easily.
Watkins, I mean, come on.
Yeah, bro. Watkins, I don't know, his brain had a brain fart that day, but I do think Arsenal will be the
Watkins. No, on against Arsenal, he wasn't Watkins. He was Watless.
yeah.
It's not that.
And yeah, I think that will be a really good test to see
Yeah.
the level that if we can carve them open a few times,
Yeah.
3 or 4 times, and get a couple of goals in, then it shows you that we're probably on the right track.
I agree with that. Actually, I agree with that.
Because they're the closest one to us, isn't it? The Man City's
Yeah.
like head and shoulders above everybody else, the way they play. You know what I mean? Especially with
Yeah.
Haaland scoring hat-tricks. I thought Haaland was injured. That's what they were saying before that game. He'll be out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's playing. But yeah. Arsenal is the benchmark for us now. Have we improved from last season? Because I think they beat us once. We drew once at home, didn't we? But the reason they beat us in that game, because we had a lot of players injured at the time. I think some of the players went to African nations and obviously the Asian Cup as well. So now we're going to test ourselves probably with our first team playing. So this will show us how far we've come as well. I think it's away, isn't it? The first game. It's at their ground. The first game is on the 27th of October. So yeah, I'm looking at that game. That is the benchmark. I think we could get results in the other games as well, like Crystal Palace and Wolverhampton, Bournemouth. That's the next games after the Man United game. So those games, I'm expecting points. But yeah, like Nurabit said, if we want to know where we are, the Arsenal game, especially being away, is the benchmark for us.
Exactly. I wanted to come to fouls on this one. So the second half started. We restricted Brentford very, very much, and then we started to get a lot more chances. And then the Egyptian King came and clutch again, and scored a ridiculous amount of goals at Anfield, which is he's got 128 goal contributions at Anfield.
I think
I'm doing it in 128 games,
Man, the guy is phenomenal, guys.
Imagine that,
what I mean, like 128 and 128. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? That's not even. Like. Listen, guys. I've said it on my stream earlier. Yeah, if he gets another Premier League title, we need to speak about who's the best player in the Premier League history. Because if you look at Salah, guys, he's doing things what you're not expecting him to do, if you know what I mean, which is for a striker's rate from the right-hand side, and he creates a lot of goals at the same time as well. Thierry Henry, you expect him to score goals because he's played as a striker. But this is what I think like people like push away from things like that. I love Thierry Henry, what he did on that stuff. But we need to start speaking about Salah as well. Okay, Thierry Henry won 2 Premier League titles, probably FA Cup here and there. Salah's won a lot. You know what I mean, he's won the Champions League and the Premier League with one club. So
argue with that, boss.
Yeah,
argue with that.
No, but in the future there should be an argument. There should be.
But it's Salah with it's the system, because if you put Salah in Egypt now, for Egypt team is not the same guy, bro. And I've been watching it for a while. Don't get me wrong. Because they play.
That's a terrible team, though. And if you compare France and Egypt, that's really different.
I think Henry was a better player, to be honest.
No, I don't. You know what?
Let Anton land. Let Anton.
If Henry was playing in this time, he was playing in this time and coming off from the left. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's say for Arsenal, bro, he would bang. He would crazily.
Well,
bang.
he was a winger. He wasn't banging as a winger. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a great numbers with 128 and 128, but for years I've seen Salah been like sometimes too greedy, or I should have finished it, or he was so
I don't like that.
Predominantly left-footed when he could have used your right, when he should be training on your right and be shooting outside the box with your right.
Anton, to be honest, that's the difference between the two players. If someone
do that. Both thought he can use both feet, the speed, not only the speed, the intelligence and things like that. So I think
Anton, let me jump in quick.
He'd do more than Salah.
No, Anton, let me jump in quick. Right, the reason why I disagree is because like when Thierry Henry was 32 years old, as Salah is 32 years old, he was in America, literally retired, Hazard the same, yeah. Bell the same, yeah. But Salah now is still running down the wing, still assisting, still scoring goals. He's still doing things like he was doing 9 years ago. That's why I'm trying to say that they're different players, because when they had a chance at 32 years old, right, to still do the things that they were doing, they wasn't doing
it. You're right. It's the consistency of a player. It's the consistency.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The consistency level of Salah and David, the consistency level of Salah is phenomenal. It's literally phenomenal. The things that he is doing in the day, right? Yeah. Yes, at the day, right, I'm always going to support Salah because I support Liverpool. That's it. But when you look at it, if you kind of look at it logically, right, and look at Tyrone, I'm not saying Tyrone at the day, right, yeah, is not a good player, because he is the all-time Premiership players that I love. Listen, I used to watch Arsenal just for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I'm a Liverpool supporter. I used to watch Arsenal just for him, just to see what tricks he was doing this week. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when you look at it logically, they say, look, right there, you know what? When Thierry Henry was 32 years old, Salah 32 years old, what were they doing? What were they doing? And think that, right? And you look at Salah and see what he's doing now. I mean, he was running up and down that field yesterday like he's 25 years old. Right?
I hear that. No, but you know what? That's that person who's keeping himself fit. And it's, like I said, it's different times. Like I said, if he was put in this time with the same regimes and the same training, because it's all different training from that time as well, bro. It's not that, I know it's not that far away, but the training is much more better nowadays. If they had that training then, and another thing you could say as well, look at the things he's won. I know the teams that I know that he plays for Egypt, but Henry did his thing in Europe, you know, in Euros, World Cup. You understand? That's the other argument on top of that. You understand?
Yeah, but when he got
in them places and done it, you know what I'm saying?
When he got Zidane, and he got Petit, and he got like all them stars, and I can remember at the day, you know, right? Yeah, France at that time had a team. Lilian Thuram, Gallas, all the men that had a team, and when you compare. Yeah, it's the same. When
Uncle, it's like anyone going to Man City right now would perform, wouldn't they?
They were back.
That's how it is. I mean, so like I said,
come back. Yeah, 2 minutes. Come back, 2 minutes.
But Anton, I understand what you're saying, bro. But we need to look at what this guy's doing, mate. That is incredible.
I'm not looking at it. 128.
I've never seen a winger do that ever in the Premier League. You know what I mean? Don't forget, he gets back and he goes forward, and things like that.
In them days, as well, Henry's days, it is again 4-4-2.
It was difficult football. It was difficult for different defenders. I know.
It wasn't 4-3-3. Maybe if they played the system and he had that same system, I think Henry would do more, because I think he's trained.
Anton, I know what you're saying.
When I mean better finisher, you put Henry on his weaker foot, he's gonna he can shoot.
Anton, I agree with you, but the thing is, Anton, I agree with you.
And his dribbling, sometimes he's too bait. Sometimes he goes up and jinks and cuts in, and the player stops him. It's very rare players stop Henry when he's in full flight.
Anton, I agree with you, but the thing is, Anton, you can't deny these numbers, mate. You just can't deny it. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like with Salah, the difference is, Anton, he's doing this in Champions League and Premier League as well. You know what I mean? With Henry, it was just the Premier League. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? That's the difference. So Salah, you know what I mean, is doing it in two competitions. And, forget about Egypt. Anton, if we played, we would be shit as well. So let's just be realistic. You're playing with Gallas, Thuram and, Blanc and, Leboeuf and all these, Lizarazu and, all these players and Zidane and all these guys, Djokovic, there's too many players, man. That's too good, you could play with. But like what he's doing, Salah, Anton, like we got to give him credit, bro. I think people are underestimating what he's doing. Yes, but I agree with you in regards to the selfishness and all this stuff and all the stuff he does, comparing that to Henry's, the way he was at Arsenal, the way he used to be unselfish at times and creating for other players. But from where Salah plays, Anton, it's just incredible what he's done, man. We've got to give him that at least.
I'm not knocking it. I just personally think Henry do better, because Henry's a better footballer. I think Henry in the mind is a better footballer.
Yeah.
He's physically a better footballer. Physically,
Mm.
height.
Yeah.
As well. Not only that, bro. You saying about look at that goal he scored against Real Madrid
Yeah.
in the Champions League. I know, but this is when he was at Arsenal when he went the yellow kit, and they had 4 man there.
Yeah.
And I think it was R9 or lost the ball, and then only took the ball off him, and then went.
I remember he ran all the way down in
That's what I'm saying.
Madrid game. Yeah,
bro.
I've seen Salah score.
I think your inside will tell you. I know you. It's our team, yeah. Salah plays for our team. These numbers are crazy. Don't get me wrong, but
it's crazy, bro.
Henry was in this time with the same training.
Oh yeah, listen.
And he was on the right hand side, and it was a 4-3-3. He will do more. He will do more damage. 150%.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, the last segment here, I'm going to just discuss. Foles, what did you think about Trent's little stroppy?
Oh, I meant to bring that up, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm not like these fans, you know what I mean, who are player fetish, man. I'm straight to the point. No, seriously, people need to calm down with that shit, man. There's too many player lovers of it in this world we live in, man. They need to get out of that stage. Are you a Liverpool fan or are you a player fan? You need to ask yourself that question, because the people are letting players get away with murder in the modern day football.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, it's not right. He's coming off knowing there's a new manager. The new manager has got to make his stamp there. You know what I mean? He's got to make people think like everybody's together. You don't come off like that and start crying like a little baby. People were getting at you in the game. They were getting past you at some stages. Yeah, well, 2-0 up. One goal can be, that could lead to another goal after that. So we need to be careful. So what he did was brought Bradley on, calmed down the situation, and then you got Trent crying in the stands. You know what, Trent? Yeah, the thing that pisses me off the most about him is his lazy attitude. He needs to get out of that. If you want to stay in the first team, fight. That's what I'm asking you. There's a few times in that game the other day, players were getting past him too easily. If it wasn't for Alisson in goal, that should have been a couple of goals. Let's just be realistic. You know what I mean? So he needs to quiet down, because he's the vice captain of the team. Lead by example, brother.
Yeah,
Lead by example.
He should have. You're not a kid anymore. Bro. And you're not that guy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Like you're never coming off. Come on. You're one of the best in the world. Your attitude was not the best in the world.
I do think he's getting better though. I do think that he defended.
He done all right in the first half. He was good, but then the lazy side came afterwards.
You know what's gonna happen, right? If if Trent does that again, and say, listen, you better stop it. Go tell Fuzzy to have away with me.
It seems like I'm angry today, but I'm not. I'm just tired of watching nonsense.
You need anger management, my friend.
I think people need to wake up to are you a player fan or are you a Liverpool fan? I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm no longer that players, man. Yeah.
Come and talk to Uncle. I'll help you out, man. I'll calm you down.
No, but you gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic.
One thing is
he's the vice captain, isn't he, guys? You got to lead by
exactly.
example.
Yeah. One thing is, he, as a vice captain, he should know that there's other players also that's not been playing.
Yeah.
There's not playing.
Exactly, bro.
That you should at least show your respect to them, innit? Because if you show that kind of behavior to them, I would feel if I was Bradley, I would feel that the guy don't want me to play.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Let me just add on to your thing, as you finish. Yeah, when you do things like that, what he did. What do you think these youngsters that's coming through are going to do in the future when they watch things like that from a senior player? They're going to do the same thing. They're going to act the same way, disrespect our club. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the respect for the club and the respect for this new manager. He's going to take you off at times. You haven't done even pre-season this season.
There's a squad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you're going to be fatigued as well. So there's a big game around the corner, which is Man United. You got to rest for it. You got to get your fitness right. You know what I mean? So come on, man. They've had no preseason. They haven't got themselves fit yet. So the manager's doing the right thing. But carry on a little bit. Sorry about that.
Do you know what I'll say quick? What I'll say quick about it. You see, I'm in 2 trails of thought. Yeah, 2 trails of thought. My first trail of thought is that I like seeing it because it shows that he's got passion for the team and he wants to play. Yeah, right. That. But then obviously there's another trail of thought saying that he should handle it a bit better than what he did. Because the reason why I say that is because last season, right, when Salah was doing that. You know what I mean? Remember, he had an
Remember
argument
the
with-
reaction?
with
Remember the
Klopp.
reaction, Unks?
Yeah. Argument with Klopp over it. I came out after.
Mhm.
I came out
you
after
did.
Salah as well. So I can, in effect, at the end of the day, the two trail of thoughts is, at the end of the day, I can't be a hypocrite and say, well, look, you know what? It's right for him to do that, but it's not right for Salah. But I like the fact that the day that sort of like he's kind of like, he's passionate about sort of playing and he's disappointed that the day that he's not playing. I like that passion, but then I think in some sort of way it's got to be handled different. You got to do it different. You can't sort of like do it as blatant as that, because when Thing did it the other day, sort of like when Salah did it last season, he done it twice. When he's coming off and everything, he just kicked the thing, he's screwing and everything that.
Yeah.
And then so like when sort of like Klopp went to put him on late and everything that, right? He's like saying, "What you putting on now?" Basically they say that I should be starting and blah blah blah. And he goes like, when I asked him about his comment, he said like, "I'm not going to talk because if I talk, it'll be fire."
It'll be fire. Yeah. You don't say things like that. No.
Yeah. Who the hell do you think you are? So you have to show it. That's right. Even if you go right back at the day, right, with Mane. Remember when Mane did that?
Mhm.
When he screwed, when he got taken off. Everybody and their mother and daughter came for Mane.
I wasn't. No,
They came for him. No,
I wasn't. I was.
No, I wasn't. No,
backing him.
I wasn't either because
But to be
Mane's
fair
my
on Mane
player.
that day, he was more angry at Salah not passing to.
But
Free at the far
everybody-
post.
Yeah, but no, please. Everybody came for him. Everybody came for him. Even when sort of like, remember when he kind of like when he ignored Klopp. Remember he ignored Klopp. And,
At United, yeah.
And all the fan base came for him. Yeah. When sort of like Salah at the end of the day, right? When Salah, this is what I'm saying. When Salah had an argument with Klopp and everything, that right? Did anybody really come for him about that? Did anybody really have an argument apart from us?
Not as much as Mane.
Exactly. So
I did, but I don't know about the rest of the people.
I did also as well. I mean, apart from us lot and a small other group of them, I couldn't see a lot of people that came out for Salah. So really and truly, I'm in two trails of thought here. I like it because I like it, and that sort of a person is disappointed that he's not playing all the minutes for Liverpool. But then again, obviously, there's ways of handling it. Do you know what I mean? There's ways to say, like, you sit on the bench and then they scream, like, I wish I was playing, yeah? But then you perk up. And think to yourself, well, it's not about me, it's about the team. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know?
He did, but to be fair to Arne Slot, he didn't have to, but he went out of his way to go sit next to him and explain it to him. But as a senior player, especially a vice captain, look,
that's embarrassing.
No player likes to be taken off, especially if you want to, contribute a little bit more to the team or get an assist or score or what have you. However, it's if you show that, like for me, like because I coach young players, when I see something like that, so you're not just disrespecting me, you're disrespecting the player that's coming on. You're basically telling him you're not good enough to come on right now. You don't deserve to come on. So, like for him, I would have said to him, "Listen, I don't care if you disagree. Like if you're angry, come talk to me afterwards, isn't it? My office is always open. If you're angry that me taking you off here, but do not show it to your teammates. Do not show it to the world, because look what it just sparked. It sparked a whole. Is this guy really going? Does he really want to be here? Does he? All of these stuff, and then we don't want that. We don't want distractions for the club. We don't want all of these issues going around, and not people basically being distracted from what's really important, which is performances on the pitch.
Exactly, bro.
We'll get hooked up. We'll get hooked up. Every player at the end of the day is going to get hooked off, whether it's for the good of the team or whether it's for the good of the person. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's going to happen, right? And to be fair, when you think about it, it shouldn't have taken Arnie Scott to go over there and sit down with him and explain to him why he took him off.
Spot on.
He should have took him out because it's embarrassing because he should have been in a situation to say, I'm the head coach, you do what I say.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
I mean?
See,
Exactly. Yeah, but
he's a sport millionaires. You know, to be honest, his team should have. So from that happened at that time there, his team should have got together and said, you know what, we want to make a little apology. You know what I mean? Like after the game, you know, when they had the press conference.
Yeah.
About a little petulance, that passion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it would have been buried.
Van Dijk should, and this is where the captain comes in. Yeah, this is where you got a solid captain. The captain comes in because Van Dijk, should have told him to go in that press conference and apologize for your conduct.
Well, Henderson would have, you know that, Unks.
Yeah, well,
Henderson
would have.
We'll give him the look.
Even Milner would have told him to go inside there. You know what I mean? And this is where we get to the crux of the matter, right?
Is it, Uncle? 1 second. Is it me or 1 second, Uncle? Is it me or is Trent like looking depressed recently? Is it because Klopp is no longer there? Like, what's the matter with this kid? What is it? He looks like there's no smiles anymore. It just looks depressed to me when I'm looking at him.
I think.
Am I wrong?
I think he's being undervalued.
I could be. You know what, right? You know what?
And Brahma didn't want him.
You know
I think he's juggling with those thoughts.
You know what, Fuzzy, right? Just imagine the day, right? Imagine this in there. You got a brethren in the day that you've grown up with, like from nursery, yeah? You got a brethren from nursery. You did everything together. Do you know what I mean? He helped you get into the first team of football. He helped you fulfill your dreams, and he helped him fulfill his dreams and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
When they're gone, it's just like there is a part of you missing. There is a part of you missing. And that's the first time, right, when they asked Trent about Klopp, I feel about him going in that, right? That's the first time I've ever seen Trent cry. He literally cried. And he said on camera, he goes, I don't cry at funerals. Yeah. I never cry. Even at funerals, I don't cry. Anything like that. So it goes to show it today what kind of effect this guy having me. And you see what it is with Klopp at the day, right? Yeah. He wasn't only, this is the crux of it. He wasn't only a super manager, he was a super human being. He was so infectious. He was so infectious. Everybody he came into. Listen, I was at a party yesterday, right? And I was talking to this woman in there, and her boyfriend, right, supports Liverpool, but I think she supports Arsenal or something like that, right? Yeah? And she goes, even I was sad when he left Liverpool. Even her, and she's an Arsenal supporter. She goes, even I was sad when he left Liverpool because of the sort of person he is. So imagine that a fan of another club that day was sad when he left Liverpool. Then imagine Trent that's got brought in by him, that's got developed by him, and everything like how he feels at the day that Klopp is gone. And you know another thing as well, especially when we talk about how FSG have treated Klopp. Now everybody can see for themselves. Now everybody can see. Yeah, I reckon it's really sad. We don't need to prove it. I really reckon it's sad.
Yeah.
I reckon it's really sad. It's take a lot of do.
Yeah. I think also that he's weighing up should he stay or should he go as well. And asks here, nobody's what's your thoughts on Trent? Yeah, I honestly do. I think he's torn. Like part of him wants to maybe try something new, but part of him also wants to stay. And I think this whole tantrum thing that he like this is my opinion, not based on facts, is just based on a hunch. But I think the reason why he threw that strop is to create, unconscious, wedge between him and the fans. So fans start to criticize him, and then he goes, "Okay, then I'm gonna go now."
Would you be right? Let me ask you a question quick. Yeah. Would you be, if you're Slot, would you be more inclined to say, look, you know what, then day, right? Sit some games out and get your head straight and come back when you got your head straight. Would you be like that?
No, I wouldn't, because it'll be more questions than answers, especially after all the media speculations. And imagine we start losing.
You got to keep him away from things like that, don't you? Yeah. That's what Nubis is saying.
What's the answer then? If you're Slot, what would you do?
Get his future sorted as soon as possible.
While he's playing,
yeah. While he's playing, just sit him down and say, listen, are you gonna stay or are you gonna go? If he says, look, I'm looking to go, fine, that's it. Just be happy now. You're gonna be this your last season, enjoy it. If you're staying, then what is it? Just negotiate and the club will sort it out. But
and then because we only got a few months in until you can speak to another club. So
yeah, exactly.
January, innit?
Yeah,
January.
I'd rather get money for him than you go for free. You know what I mean? As well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Of course.
we've got to be careful where we're at.
Yeah. Let me get the chats in now.
Yeah, we ended
the final
there,
bits
man.
of chat, yeah, with the final bits of chat, and then we'll end the show. It's been a great show, but let's.
Oh, it was been fantastic,
Yeah,
man.
Quality.
We're true. We are true. You know what I mean? We don't always agree, people.
Yeah, 100%.
Anton, it's been quality. I love it.
Anton, you've been asked, what do you think of Kirk's left back at Bournemouth?
He looks decent, man. A lot of teams when looking at him as well. Decent player. Decent player. Yeah. I'll take him. But then again, make rates as well, so we can get a little deal in it.
He loves that, man. He loves that.
I've literally turned on to his mates race thing, you know. I'm turning on to that, blood.
Bro, you should pattern it.
I know with it.
Steve says they purchased a cheap business asset, talking about FSG under market value. They saved us from nothing. Yeah, true. Ikram says I can't remember when I heard he was a Liverpool fan, but then Radcliffe also considered buying another Prem club. So who the F really knows what owners support whom they care about for money at the end of the day? It's true, because he had a season ticket, isn't it, at Chelsea or something? And then he went
yeah. And as Newcastle owners, they're Liverpool fans, aren't they?
Yeah.
Newcastle owners. They want to buy Liverpool, didn't they?
Henderson was captain and got taken off all the time. Yep. He even showed one time an issue with Klopp, and then obviously never did it again. Trent will be over Real Madrid next season. Yeah, I'm inclined to go that way as well. I miss Henderson's character. Yeah, we all do. Ikram, most owners, investors are all about money. F the trophies. Yeah, facts. Salah Klopp incident had people asking for Salah to be sold for big money end of the season. Look at them now. He says facts. Maybe if we had an oil-rich owner like Newcastle City, just imagine what we would accomplish.
Yes, I don't want to think about it because we'll be up there. It will literally be a guarantee. Guaranteed we win the league. I'm Champions League every season.
If we had Arab money, Klopp will still have blonde hair.
And top as well.
He wouldn't have grey hair, you know. You know what it'll be? We're coming to the season. Yeah, bro. You know what? We're just killing it right now. You know what I mean?
You know what? We're coming to every season. We choose what we want to win in there. We choose what we want to win. We're coming to literally every season. We'll choose. All right, then. You know what? I think we're on the Premiership this season.
That is true. That is true.
Throw the Champions League on top of that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. If a team like Liverpool had like money where was not an option, like was not an obstacle,
gone clear
with the Anfield crowd, we'll be like,
we'll be killing it, man.
Gone.
We'll be killing it.
Yeah, man. Wicked, guys. Appreciate it, guys, man. Thanks for everyone to turning up, tuning in. There'll be more hit the like button. There'll be more shows coming up soon. Yeah. Please hit the like buttons and hit that notification bell so you guys can get notification every time we go live.
Yeah.
I want to thank Uncle Rods, Anton Foles for coming on the show and providing great debating points, and also everyone was passionate about their points as well. Yeah, and not all of us sing from the same hymn sheet, so it's good to get that points of difference and in a well, well mannered way. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I hope you guys. Wait, before we go, let me just get the guys to say their goodbyes to you. Look, go on, Uncle.
Bye.
Now listen, end of the day, this is what I like about sort of like doing shows like this. because we can have honest debates. We're not always going to agree with each other because if we did,
Nope.
it'd be boring. Do you know what I mean? It would literally be
Mhm.
boring. Do you know what I mean? But like, we can have honest debates and put our points across and very valid points to give the audience something to think about. Do you know what I mean? And as I say, always enjoy your shows. Anytime you want me, I'm here. I have a show tomorrow with Kieran. It's a call-in show. That's at 6 p.m. in the evening. You can find me on Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube, Anfield Uncle Rods on Instagram, and also on Twitter. Listen, it's been great. Do you know what I mean? I love the debate and stuff. You know what I mean? Just what I needed, like for a birthday aftermath. Just what I need.
Happy birthday, Uncle. Happy birthday.
Bless up, man. Well, thanks a lot thanks a lot again. And guys, like and subscribe to this channel. Like and subscribe to this channel. Support this channel. It's a very good channel, man. Thanks very much, Royce. Respect.
Anton.
Yeah, again,
There we go.
again, great show. You know, like I
That's
said,
fantastic.
it's like we're all like we said before. You know, we ain't gonna sing for the same hymn sheet. You know, it's always not always mates rates.
It is.
Because even mate, yeah, agree with what you're saying. I like that, man. We got things to say and our own different opinions on things. You know what I'm saying? So that's great, man. That's just I see that's progress, man, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
And when it comes off, you can actually look back and say, do you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Valid, and you can read up something or, you know, make your own little analysis on it again. So,
100%.
all the people watching can do the same thing as well. So,
That's it, yeah.
yeah, you find me on X, Antos Pantos, original Antos Pantos, the original one.
Makes me laugh, you know.
Or Antos01 on our Instagram, or on here with you guys, with you gents, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe on YouTube.
That's it.
That's it.
Mates
And
race,
folks-
welcome.
First and foremost, you guys, thank you as always for coming on. You know, if this channel is obviously hitting different heights now, obviously thanks to you guys. You know, what I mean, being on. I don't think I say that enough. You know, what I mean, and we want to make it to the next level, which is 2,000. You know, what I mean, guys. So we're trying our best. You know, we're trying to like share the channel out there. And the more subscribers we get in the YouTube channel, the more like the channel will get bigger, the more people will come on. You know what I mean? We could bring different guests as well. Don't get me wrong, we're going to get these guys on all the time. They're part of the channel, you know what I mean? So please do that for us, obviously in other social medias. And, you know, Nura Beats is part of the team. I mean, he's a great host, so you got to give him, you know, the credit that he deserves as well. So please give him the credit that he deserves. And yeah, the rest, we'll keep going in it. We keep going. I should be back tomorrow after work, maybe, because I got to do this consistency as you guys wanted, like doing it every single day almost. So I might do something tomorrow if there's something that's breaking. So yeah, just tune in around 9:30 probably. So I could be doing something like that. But like I say, people, like, share, and subscribe, and you know, make the channel as big as possible, because you know you don't get debates like this anywhere else. You know what I mean? Honest debates. You know. There's comedy at the same time, you know what I mean? But you know, this is what you're looking for, isn't it? So it is what it is, people. Like I always say, thank you to everybody. Like, share, and subscribe, and we're off.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, man.
See you guys. See ya.
Bless up.